Do I time?
Well, how much? So it's going to be a commercial first. Here we go. Just wait for it. What happened?
It was a commercial.
Yeah. Crazy goods. Um, What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys can hear us and see us. I saw there was a little bit of a, there's actually a little bit of a delay on this, so hopefully you guys can see us at this point. Can you give us a thumbs up or say if you can see us?
Oh, retired road tripping. Oh,
There we go.
let's see.
We're kind of watching it on the other screen, and it's kind of delayed. We wanted to make sure that we get the technology to work right. So, so can you guys see us? All good to go?
All clear and good. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody.
Just kind of give it a second here before folks to hop on there. I guess we're too prompt. Should have probably should have delayed this a little bit.
Being prompt is not.
No, it is kind of weird for anybody of you that have done this before. We're seeing what's live on here, but we're seeing what you see over here, and there's probably about a 10-second delay. So the question is, when do you transition to this screen? Is it when you, anyway, technology is just one of those things. So hello, everybody.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, everybody. Oh, gosh, I feel like I need to, one by one, say hi to everybody.
Well, we'll get there. Let people jump on there. So a couple things. Wanted to thank thank everybody that's on here so far, and then we'll thank the other folks as well. I wanted to thank Dustin and Leslie from Wayward Wags for moderating yet again. They're really good at that, and we certainly appreciate that. So thanks for doing that. And I'm sure that a number of people that are on here, we don't expect any bad comments, foul language, or anything like that. But Dustin and Leslie will keep you straight if you do. So appreciate that. Who did you guys get a chance to see that little intro that we did there? And don't know if you saw that or not, but I know some folks came on a little bit after.
It's really weird. I kind of half expect to hear voices. I forget I have to look down and read the comments instead.
We haven't done this since August. I guess it was August of last year when we were in Montana. And Pam reminded me. She goes, Ken, we talked about doing this every 3 months, and hasn't.
And I'm like, no.
It hasn't been 3 months, so we're a little stale on this. So anyway,
Jenna, what?
Yeah, Jenna. Yeah. So let me get that out of the way, because Jackie Odell's some folks that we met in Florida last year that subscribed to our channel. She messaged us and said, are you guys having a baby? And I said, Jackie, it's a secret, not a miracle, because the baby factory is is shut down here. So so I'm gonna we'll go through that here in a little bit. So let's kind of talk about what that intro really meant and a little bit of a backstory on it.
And I know that there are some of you that are aware of what has kind of happened in the past 6 or 8 months, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm going to find out tonight too, so that's good. So those of you that don't know, we're all in this thing together. No, really. So so the backstory of this is. And Chris and Katrina will keep us straight on it. So sometime last year, probably mid last year, Chris and Katrina reached out to us, our everyday getaway, and said, "Hey, we're going to Alaska." Another couple, not a YouTube couple, had not contacted them. I guess they met them in Florida, and said, "We're going to Florida. I'm going to Alaska, and you guys interested in going?" And Pam and I have always talked about doing that, but we never wanted to do it alone. And we thought, what a great opportunity at this stage of our life. It made a lot of sense to do that. And so we talked about it. We agreed that we would go. The one catch on that a little bit is that everybody that was going, there's going to be 4 couples that were going. They all had bigger rigs. One had a Momentum. Chris and Katrina have a Class A diesel pusher. And Joel and Deb have a Class A diesel pusher, and we have a 35-foot fifth wheel. And they all said, we're going to go smaller. We're going to get rigs that are simple, smaller. We can boondock a lot, and that's not what this particular rig is meant to do. So in order for us to do it, but we wanted to do it, and it was really kind of interesting
to kind of be part of the same similar little group, I guess you could say, as far as rigs.
Yeah, because again, it was going to be a lot of boondocking, and from what I understand, when you go up the Alcan and go up some areas in British Columbia, there's places that you can just pull over for the night, and obviously it's a long drive. In fact, as we started looking at the route that we were doing or we're going to do, we realized that the route that we did last year, from leaving Texas to Indiana to Washington State to Oregon, down the coast to Las Vegas to Arizona, that whole big loop, well, that was one way to Alaska. And so it's a long way to go. So we started shopping for a small little RV that we can, one, boondock in, a lot simpler to tow. And we selected a little Lance travel trailer. And, it's kind of interesting because those of you that know us, know that we have an Alliance 35-foot fifth wheel, and we love Alliance. It's been a great experience, and we looked at their travel trailers, and we just decided that they were a little bit too big. We looked at them at the show, and one of the other things was that they had slides, and this particular one that we picked, and we'll get into that a little bit more, had no slides. So it's tiny, but it was, we take that equation. Anyway, long story short, put a deposit on that rig, got excited about it. It was in Texas. We actually purchased that rig, and
also, just one note, Chris and Katrina, of course, you guys know the whole story, but we were keeping that all a secret until we could get back to Texas to actually get the rig and make sure that, all that was going to work out and everything. So here it was, into March, and we still had not said anything to anybody. But we got back to Texas in April.
Yeah. But what happened in March?
We got to back up a little bit.
Yeah. So we're in March, and we were in the Panhandle of Florida for the month there, and got a couple texts from our one of our son-in-laws, and he said, your daughter's kind of missing you. She wants to see you, and we were like, well, we're going to be coming up there in May on our way to Alaska, and he's like, well, she really would like to see you, and by the way, this is probably our most independent of our 3 girls. And finally, they surprised us, and she is pregnant and going to have a grandbaby. It's
our 3rd grandchild, but it's their first. So, that's pretty special. Any grandchild, of course, is special, but the first one for them is extra special. Yeah, so here we go. We're looking at our situation, and we're kind of reassessing things because her due date is not until the beginning of October, but it was one of those things where I wanted to be around so that I could participate, you know, in
showers,
doctor's appointments, maybe,
Right,
you know,
fine.
sonogram, you know, all that.
Baby
Just be
clothes.
here close, you know, for her when she needs, you know, needs mama, because you know, girls are like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's we could probably say there's probably three secrets. There was probably the going to Alaska, not going to Alaska, and the reason we're not going to Alaska is because we're having another grandchild. But we have now we have two RVs.
So now we're owners of two RVs, but we are going to live vicariously through Katrina, you and Chris, as you guys make that journey that we were so excited about. But it looks like we'll maybe consider it in 2025 or 2024.
Just we'll go with whatever.
No, wait,
Yeah.
wait, this is 2024. 2025.
Yeah, can't do it in 2023.
I'm so
that's fast.
confused.
All right. So anyway, so let's kind of pause there. Let's acknowledge there are a bunch of people on here. So let's I don't know how I can back up here. So let's acknowledge a bunch of folks. Obviously, we talked about Dustin Leslie, Wayward Wags, Chris and Katrina were on there. Retired Road Tripping. Got a chance to meet those guys. And we're going to go through a bunch of the folks that we met since we did this last live on the road. So we'll do a little tribute there.
And I noticed a few names that we have not met. Lindy Rozika. Thank you guys for being here. Gosh, there's so many. I wanna just say hi to everybody. I know I can't do that.
You know, Airstreamer, you know, Jim and Michelle, see you guys. John and Christy from Come Wheeling with John and Christy. Loves for to travel. Hey guys, we're actually back in Aubrey. We're back in the same RV park that we met you guys at last year. Not for much longer, but we're here.
Top Gun. I know we've talked to you guys before. We haven't met you, I don't think personally, but you're going back to Fisherman's Cove next year, so that's really cool. We might see you there as well.
Yeah, we love that place. It's,
but you know,
awesome.
if you know us very well, we don't plan way far in advance. So we don't know where
we plan to go to Alaska. Now we're not going. That's where Ron and Jody, see you guys there. It's great. Top Gun. Linda, we talked to John and Carolyn from Grand Shamrock Tour. See that? Brazen Brits, Lawrence and Natalie. And I'm not sure which Natalie is on there with you,
Aww.
Lawrence. So just let us know. I mean, it's, you know.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we understand that. Wendy, I see Wendy's on there. Wendy, you and Rob's, good to see you guys, and you'll be shown here in a few minutes on a little video that we're doing. Jenna and Michael.
Hi, Belinda.
See you there. Pete from
I love being able to communicate with. Man, I just wish this was one big like chat, you know, so we could actually have communication back and forth. But I know we communicate.
What kind is? But they type, we talk.
I can't look up there. I have to look down here.
You see Pete from Intuit for now, and you know, I love you guys. I love the Rock On Roadsmiths, and we try and rock on and as every week.
There's Deb and Joel.
Joel's on there. Hey Deb and Joel, good to see you guys.
And I won't say unfortunately, because we've had anybody who knows about the trip, there were originally going to be 8 people going, 4 couples, and we and then Deb and Joel have unfortunately had to make other plans. So we've, you know, now there's 4 of us.
Yeah. Well,
not going.
4 of us not going. 4 going.
4 of you going.
Yeah, 4 going. So, and we'll get to that here in a little bit about what exactly are we going to do now. Now that we have 2 RVs, we're not going to Alaska with one of the RVs that we bought to go to Alaska with. So we'll cover that here in just a few minutes. But just a little bit of a backstory again. We are Alliance owners, and we're not ambassadors to Alliance, but you know they're a good company. We've really enjoyed our fifth wheel. Looked at their travel trailers, and the Deltas are really a nice travel trailer. We wanted something smaller. They just were not really small enough. And they had a slide, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. But we felt it was funny because one of the couples that's going to Alaska is, and you could probably guess which one it is. It's not Chris. That's an RV tech, but it's one of them is an RV tech, and he.
No, wait, no. Chris is he's a all around. He does it all.
A handyman. He's a
electrical.
He's
right.
He's a handyman. So if I had a Schwintek slide failure, could I? Anyway, we'll get into that. So one of the couples that's going is an RV tech, and we thought, well, if we had a Schwintek slide, we just didn't want to have a situation where we're on a tight schedule. Everybody's getting up in the morning, time to go. Ken and Pam can't get their slide in, and we just felt like that was just going to be an issue, and so we found this one rig, and it's real. And I'll show you a little bit of video of it. It's really very cool. It's about 20, just under 25 feet, tip to tip, no slide, laid out very well, ton of storage, and
It's small.
It's small. It's very small. There's not a lot of places to sit around.
So we picked it up when we first got back to Texas, and we just took it down to outside of Round Rock for 2 nights. The first night, just to shake a few things out, get it back to the dealer, get any repairs made that they could do, and then we brought it back up to Texas, and then we took it out again last week
To a state park.
to State Park, and we were there for 4 nights?
Yeah, because
Something
we
like that.
figured if we couldn't do 4 nights, we could never do 5 months in it, and we barely made
Well,
the 4 nights.
No, we managed, but it's tight.
No, it's a different experience. I think like anything else, it's more of a camping experience than it is because let's face it, we camp, but we glamp.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not lacking for anything. 3 air conditioners, theater seating, surround sound. None of that.
I think the biggest difference is probably the fact that we tend to, when we're in campgrounds like the one we're in now here outside of Dallas, we tend to stay inside more. But with this new rig, it's gonna really push us to spend more time outside, which is great because we're also hoping to get off the grid a little bit.
Or we get a 3rd rig, one for you, one for me, and then we go from there. No,
That might be the next.
Hey, we failed David and Tina from RV Wagon Tail. See you guys there. Sorry about that. Ken started watching us. Appreciate that. That's what drives us. It's we're about making content that hopefully people enjoy and can sit down and take their mind off of things.
Yeah, go to Oregon and meet up in Montana.
Who was that? Oh,
John, yeah.
John. It's funny, John, you say that because when our first year we did Upper Midwest, East Coast, down the East Coast, and then the next year we said we got to do West Coast. And then the next year we said we're not doing the West Coast, and we did the West Coast. And then last year we said we're not doing the West Coast again, and we're doing the West Coast again.
Well,
not the coast.
Not so much the coast, but the West United States. So yeah, 3rd year in a row. Here we come.
Janet and Michael asking about when we go to Alaska with other folks, you can just hang out there. There you go. You can just hang out in their rigs. That's good. Be like we could be vagabonds. But no, we absolutely want to go. And so we will ask that question, for other folks that might be thinking about going is let's keep the dialogue open. I mean, Chris and Katrina will sort of blaze the way for us and tell us the good, bad, and ugly about where to go or not to go. Yeah,
I'm sure that a lot of you guys are going to be doing the same thing as us, following their journeys.
And if you guys, if anybody that's on this channel don't follow Chris and Katrina from Everyday Getaway, you really need to, just because this Alaska trip is going to be epic. I know it's epic, and I know they will certainly enjoy it. And they're doing it in an even smaller rig than we got. then there you go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, John wants to know if it'll fit in their garage.
It depends on the garage.
It might.
Yeah,
their Momentum.
Oh, in the Momentum. It might. I don't know. Yours is 14 feet. It'll probably stick out the back, but it's light enough that we'll use bungee cords. We'll just bungee it.
So, Belinda, you said you guys are going in 2025. So, there's an opportunity that we maybe can get a group together and plan a trip together.
Yeah,
that would be pretty awesome.
We definitely want to do it. And you hate to say this, it's like on one hand, it's disappointing that we're not going, but we literally can't think of any other reason, a better reason to not go. I mean, this is actually our baby girl having a baby, so it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's an awesome
but
thing.
it's I guess in the back of my mind, I was like, Alaska will be there. We won't have this opportunity again, and I think just the fact that it's her first is really what makes it special. Our baby having her first baby. Yeah. But anyway, I know there are plenty of you guys who have grandkids who totally understand. So
Lawrence and Natalie said they're in, so let's
for 2025
we'll figure out.
And Belinda said they were in.
Let's start a WhatsApp group. I heard you guys use that app, so let's do that. I'm going to just do a real quick video on this, and then we want to do some thank yous to a number of folks. And before I forget, and I, again, we're not really good at this about, getting this stuff in order, but
If you guys knew how sweaty my palms were, you'd understand. I'm so nervous.
That's why she's got that. Sweat no more. We with our channel, we do have super chat and super thanks. We don't do a lot with that. As we said on our last live, anybody that donates for super chat and super thanks, we donate that money to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Pam's mom passed away at a very young age, way too young, and so we feel like it's something that we donate to it, and it's something that if you don't feel obligated, you donate to whatever you donate charities. But if you felt like you wanted to reward us in some way for our videos or for this, if you do a super chat or super thanks, that money that we collect after YouTube takes their little bit of it, then we donate that to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So just wanted to get that out there as well. All right.
And just real quick, as far as the West goes, I know a lot of you guys are going to be in the West this year, so hopefully we can all keep communicating and we can make plans accordingly. I know I've been talking to to several people, but Jody and I have talked, and we're going to try to see if we can't work a few things out. And if anybody else is in the area in the West, I know that encompasses quite a bit of area, but let us know, because we've got to make some plans. We don't really have anything scheduled.
I see Al and Jen T. Great meeting you guys in Tampa. Hopefully you guys are on this video as well. I'm not sure if that was the meetup that we did with a bunch of other channels, but that was just a great time. We really appreciated people coming out and doing that. So let me just show you a quick video of this little rig, because that we're, like I said, we're in this nice 35-foot fifth wheel with all the creature comforts, and that's going to change pretty quickly. So let's do a quick one on this, and then we're going to go back.
I'm sorry. Just after you do this. So Lindy asked, are we going to do a Q&A? Absolutely.
Yes.
Once Ken finishes this, I guess.
Curious about Ken's career background. We'll definitely get to that in a little bit, because I do miss it, but they don't miss me. So that's probably a good thing. So here's the Lance 2075.
Apache Junction.
Like I said, just under 24 feet, laid out well, separate bed. A lot of travel trailers this size have like a Murphy bed or something like that. So this has a nice, decent bedroom, and then it's small everything else. So a little dinette, very small kitchen,
very small kitchen,
and a small bathroom as well. So anyway, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be nimble. So we do appreciate that. That it'll be a different experience for us. So, looks like John and Donna on there from Cottywample. So
Michelle, that's awesome.
Well, thank you, Michelle. We appreciate that.
You're in a 295.
Oh, really? To be on the 295. To be honest with you, we're in a 310. Had they had the 295 when we ordered this, we would have gotten the 295.
That's what Dustin and Leslie are in.
No, they're in the 340.
Oh,
yeah, they're in the big boy.
Okay.
They're in the big boy. No, had they had the 295 when we ordered this, we probably would, because we wanted again smaller, nimbler, but comfortable. Somebody asked about my career, and
wait a minute.
I'm not going to go back to work. That's if you're looking for a good sales guy, then I'm not your guy anymore. So,
no, I just have to cut him off probably once he gets started. But
you want to know about routing protocols or about anyway? No, I'm an engineer by degree, but I was a salesperson probably by choice or by being a bad engineer. And so I wound up in the high-tech communication business, worked for a lot of networking companies, Cisco Systems, Juniper Networks, Brocade, Arista, a bunch of other people that are in the data center networking business. I was a salesperson. I was a sales manager, sales director for 8 states for about 12 years. And, it was a good career, but as I tell people, it's for young people. It's a young person's game, and I'm no longer a young person. So I decided to retire. What I really mean is they retired me, and it was just time to move on and live this kind of a life. So we definitely have enjoyed that. I do miss the paychecks, but we just got to be as frugal as we can. But John and Donna, see you guys on there. What's going on, my friend? I love your video about your skills in repairing stuff, and I still haven't fixed my awning that you pointed out I probably should fix. So.
Although I'm sure he's probably not surprised
Yeah,
about that.
nobody should be surprised about that. All right, who else do we have here? Michelle, yeah, 295, small and nimble. Yeah, three and the
Fiber channel.
who said fiber channel?
David.
Oh yeah, not on the David, not on the fiber channel side of Brocade. I was brought in because they purchased a company called Foundry Networks, which was a Ethernet networking company, and they didn't have that expertise in terms of the sales teams. So I ran the sales teams for a number of states for the Ethernet side.
Jenna or Michael, I'm not sure which one, but you asked what we thought about the T-Mobile home internet changes that are we hear a lot of talk about.
Since we did a video saying how good it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, well, I guess what happened is T-Mobile caught on really fast on how many people were doing this type of setup, right?
And they will catch on really fast if they increase their monthly fees to $160 a month. They'll catch on real fast. I mean, they really have a tiger by the tail. I don't know why they just don't leave it this way, because there's so many people that have it and it works. I mean, we have been thrilled with it. There's been a couple places where it hasn't worked great and some places where it hasn't worked at all, but you have to expect that with any cellular carrier. I think they're going to be, I think they'll come to their senses and they'll do something maybe more reasonable. Is $50 a month enough? I don't know, maybe, but maybe not. Is 75 the right, or $100? I don't know. 160.
If that's indeed what it ends up being.
Yeah, you can do Starlink.
I mean, and we don't have Starlink. I know a lot of people, a lot of you, I'm sure, have it, but we don't. We've been just fine without it. But who knows? We'll have to see kind of what happens once they make all that official.
Yeah, it's funny because as we were planning this trip to Alaska, some friends were saying, hey, as people are selling their Starlink kit, are you interested in doing that? And we were very interested because we knew we were going to have some issues with coverage up there, but we didn't do it because now we're not going. But we may have to look at that again, certainly. So I see Jim and Michelle looking for a T-Mobile alternative. We haven't seen the bill yet, so I haven't seen that note if that's happened officially, but I guess we need to look at the bill and see when that
I guess we
happens.
need to watch. I know R&J Adventures did a video on it, and Tom did a video.
Yeah,
to
I'm
find out.
sure a bunch of channels. We'll just kind of draft off them what they, we'll find out what
See what happens.
what the real skinny.
We'll jump ship. We'll jump ship if they increase it to 160. Yeah, Dustin and Leslie, we will too.
Oh, Jim and Michelle, it looks like you said May 8th, and so we'll have to. Yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe $50 wasn't enough for them. I get that, but man, if they go to 160, if they went to 100, it's still kind of a tough pill to swallow. But to me, it's like you're not getting any other. It doesn't impact them anyway. That's a philosophical thing.
Yeah, David has Verizon and hope they don't follow the leader. Yeah, really.
Yeah, I thought they were geofenced. I know AT&T was geofenced, is geofenced, and I was hoping T-Mobile. And I mean, again, I'm just putting my marketing and sales hat on it, saying you got a tiger by the tail. You got many RVers have this, and why would you not do that? It's a captivating.
Why don't you go talk to him?
Yeah, I don't think that'll work. that may not work. So, couple things. We last time we did this, we're in Montana. We were doing our work camping thing up in Ronan, and we loved it. From there, we went to Washington State, went to Oregon for about a month,
Which we
loved. Loved that. Met up with Ron and Jody from Just Rambling Around. Met up with Johnny Carolyn from Grand Shamrock Tour, and I just got to tell you, man, that this is, when you decide to, and everybody's gone through the same probably process, when you decide to make this your lifestyle and you tell your friends goodbye for a while, and we still talk to them a lot, right? We get together with them, but and the first year was kind of rough for us, right? It was a little bit like we didn't really, and we were on the
lonely.
move. Well, we were on the move a lot, about every 4 days. And then over time, through YouTube, through just meeting people, we've created this, this community has been formed and not just our channel, with a lot of channels, and we've become friends with a number of other YouTubers because we know that it's not a zero-sum game. Everybody helps each other.
Well, and it's not just YouTubers. I mean, I think the difference is we all kind of experience the same types of situation. It's just having the YouTube channel, we just put it out there for everybody else to see, and not everybody wants to do that, and I totally respect that.
But just I think the
we're all the same.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
community, the communities of RVers.
Yeah.
It's been great. We've met a ton of people. So did Oregon, went down to went to Lake Tahoe. We had one of our youngest daughter come in with her husband, spent some time there, went down to see Pam's dad in Las Vegas, did the Grand Canyon, came back to Texas. But in that whole series, we've met so many people. So I want to do a special thank you to, I say special thank you, I want to just show some of the people that we've met along the way. And we'll try not to get teary-eyed here because it's been, it's been great. Oh, wrong one. Kind of hard when you have to be the producer and the people behind
Director, producer.
Jerry, Teresa, there's John and Carolyn, Ron and Jody.
Did you put music in this?
I didn't. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I can't remember.
And for any of you who have not attended the Tampa Super Show, RV Super Show, it's a fantastic experience, and you have the opportunity to really get to know a lot of people, and I would highly recommend it next year if you guys have not ever been.
Just saw Jim and Kimberly here at the same campground. They just left a few days ago, and that's what's so cool is that we get a chance to not only meet people once, but you keep up with them and you meet them along the way in other places.
Yeah, Jenna.
There's Jenna Michael right there.
I see. You said you should go ahead and just start posting on YouTube. You should. You know, it's just a really unique situation when you have the opportunity to kind of, or you feel comfortable enough to put yourself out there. And we probably don't do it as much as a lot of people, but it's pretty cool because it opens up. I'd say it opens up the opportunity to even meet more people. It's really cool.
Okay, we get through this. We're going to pause and we're going to open it up to questions and answers.
Oh.
Answers and questions.
Answers to questions.
Endless RV, and hey man, Izzy and MJ, how you doing? Appreciate you jumping
Hey
on
guys,
here.
thanks for hopping on.
Certainly appreciate that. This is those last two were from our two daughters and their husbands.
It's a great community.
All right. Any tears shed there or no?
I was trying to read the comments.
All right, let's pause there, and I want to see if there's any new folks that have jumped on here. I think we're caught up with a lot of folks. Ron and Jody, you two are so photogenic. Oh, I don't know about that, but I still think Ron's got a career in radio there. I'm telling you, man, he really does. All right. Jenna, is that Jenna or Michael? I'm working on extroverting myself. You guys are very, I mean,
that's probably
you're very personable. All right.
Oh, that must be Natalie. Aw.
So let's kind of pause there, and I know we're kind of delayed on that, so let's pause and let's open it up for any questions that you guys might have of us or anybody else, and pretty much everything's fair game other than no, we don't know the baby's name yet.
Oh, we know what it is.
We know what it is.
We do know what it is.
Well, it's a baby. We just don't know what the name of the baby is.
Yeah, they don't want to tell us yet.
Oh, hey, Mike Odell, how you doing?
Jackie, we were talking about Jackie earlier.
We were talking about Jackie earlier that she.
Oh, hi, Vicky.
she made a comment about I guess in our post about, oh, I think you guys are having a baby, and I said, Jackie, we're talking about a secret, not a miracle. There's no miracles.
Yeah. So Vicky, yeah, you were right. You were our first meetup in Florida, which is really pretty cool. And I was thinking I needed to text you lately to see how you were.
Oh, there comes. I see a name. Another name I recognize.
Checking in.
Madison Smith. She sounds familiar. She familiar? Is she familiar? All right, Wendy, are you guys going to Hershey this year?
That's so
Probably
that's so
not.
far from where we're gonna be for because we always come back to Texas for the holidays. And I know that's what February. I'm not sure. When is that? February-ish,
No,
March,
I
something
think,
like that. It's
yeah.
after Tampa, right? Um, we may. I mean, we just don't know. It's kind of one of those situations where we just haven't planned that far in advance. And if are you guys going? I guess that's the question.
Yeah.
Are you and Rob going to be there? If not, we should just come to Ontario to see
That's
you.
what she said that earlier. We need it, and to be honest with you, one of the things we've talked about going. We'd love to do the East Coast. David Ortina said September. We'd love to go up.
Where?
To
Sorry.
go through Ontario, go up through Nova Scotia, and the whole Labrador environment. We definitely want to do that at some point in time.
So, where do I get my hair done when constantly on the road? I'm guessing that's Natalie. I don't think that's you, Lawrence. But yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but that's a challenge. I prefer every time I can get back to Texas. Of course, I go to my girl, but when I'm on the road, I just do Google. I look at Google and look at reviews and just find somebody and hope and pray and cross all my fingers and toes that they don't, totally destroy my hair.
I tried to do it once.
Yeah.
Actually, now if you're going to ask us the follow-up question, which you should, who does my hair on the road? Who does my hair on the road?
Me. And let me
It's
just
probably
say,
the most consistent hairdresser I've ever had in my life, even though you're not even really a hairdresser.
let me just say, it is not easy. Although you would look at his hair and probably think, "Oh, that's easy." No, he has like about 100 cowlicks, and it goes every
Yeah.
direction. Which it's
But gel does a lot of things to get rid of.
gel is our friend.
Get rid of that. Get rid of it.
Let's see. Debbie, did you say where are you two in the end of June? Where are we? It looks like we'll probably be in New Mexico.
Well, yeah. So I guess let's talk about what it is that we are going to do, and we're not exactly sure, but what we probably will wind up doing is spending time in the Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, Wyoming, and we're going to do kind of like this hub and spoke, which means that we're going to spend some time with our daughter and her husband. And the cool thing about this little trailer is we can mooch dock. We can actually mooch dock, because when we went up there for the wedding with this a couple years ago, there's not a lot of great choices for RV parks, and so we can mooch dock. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, for a little, we'll do it for like a weekend, and we're gonna go when they go back to work. We'll go to the mountains and do that kind of stuff. So we don't really know.
Yeah, and so apparently I was really wrong on when the Hershey show is. Someone said it was in September.
Yeah,
Oh wow, I was way
it's
off.
close to March. It's in the same year as March.
No.
Which is-
Yeah, so who knows? Next September, we don't know. We don't know.
All right, so
No, wait, we won't be there. What am I thinking?
Well,
September. We
no.
have to be near Colorado
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
September. Yeah, Dustin and Leslie, y'all gonna go for the first time this year. That's fantastic.
So Kim, does Pam require you to do her hair?
Skip New Jersey. Yeah, we
Asking for Katrina.
Wait. So we did New Jersey a couple years ago, and let's just say that we went to what we can say was our worst experience ever in an RV park in New Jersey. So yeah.
Not mentioning any names, Butterfly X, but that's what I would say. Katrina, no, she doesn't require. She asks me to leave when she doesn't want me anywhere near. But you always ask my opinion, and it's, what are you going to say? Right? You come back and say, how does my hair look? And I've been slapped a few times, and so I don't want to.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. When is the big RV show in Florida in 2025? I haven't looked at the dates, but
Usually January.
it's usually the month of January. I think around the third week of January. Yeah.
Well, Izzy and MJ are saying, where in New Jersey was it?
New Jersey sucks.
Yeah, it was actually in Jackson. And there's a long story behind this. I'll just keep it really brief, because it's about 2 miles from where my brother used to live. And I couldn't mooch dock we couldn't mooch dock there because it's got HOA. So we stayed there, and it was late in the season. They were closing down, but they were just the most obstinate people to deal with. And it was really frustrating. But as you guys, I know we've talked about this. Butterfly MX.
Butterfly MX.
Yeah, but I didn't say that.
Have you guys been there? Because it was quite the experience. I'm sure it's actually probably during the season. It's probably not a bad place. It's super tight. That's kind of one negative, but
well, and so Izzy and MJ, I'm not sure if that's both of you or one of you, but yeah, and I know we talked about this when we met you guys in Tampa, not last year, but the year before, or this year, last year. I was born in New Brunswick. I grew up in I grew up in Staten Island, but I spent a lot of time in New Jersey because I went to school in New Jersey. And a lot of my family lives in New Jersey. Two of my sisters and my brother lived in Jackson. He just moved to Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And I will say this, and you guys probably would agree with this. New Jersey is one of the most misaligned states because it actually is. There are some beautiful, beautiful areas in a short drive. If you want to be in the Jersey Shore or the Pine Barrens or the Northwest Lakes, it actually is a beautiful state. You go out west. It's a beautiful state, and it just unfortunately.
Well, and hi MJ, we weren't sure. I guess Izzy's probably working, but so you tried to book there, but they don't allow pit bulls, so you guys can't. I see you couldn't stay there.
I don't think they allow guests because they charge for guests, and it was like I destroyed my awning there. My brother tried to help me, and they wanted to charge him. It was
just a bad experience all the way around.
He's coming here because your sights are actually angled the wrong way, and I damaged my awning, and he's coming here to help me, and you want to charge him anyway. Long story short.
So yeah, John, you guys are going to be in Arizona. I know there's going to be quite a few people that we've talked to who will be planning to do Arizona this year, courtside.
Yeah.
And he's saving 2 bottles of bourbon for you. So.
Oh, John is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It might be worth the trip. No,
I've seen you drink bourbon. I'm not sure you can save them that long. So I don't know.
That's not true. Honestly, we got to get the plans going here. We are way behind, and once we get some plans in place, we'll be in touch with you, and hopefully we can make it all happen.
But I think the fun part about this particular. Well, not this particular one, but having a small RV like this is we can be pretty flexible, right? There's a lot of dispersed camping. I would say we're set up for that, not super set up, but set up enough to do that. And certainly in the West, we were actually just watching some video came up about New Mexico dispersed camping, and it looked beautiful. Yeah. So we're going to do some of that. We're going to do state parks because we have done some with this rig with the Alliance. But it's not easy, and the sites are limited in many cases. So we're gonna try some things that we never tried before. And like I said, we're gonna get back to camping,
not glamping.
Not glamping.
We won't have the setup like we won't have a setup like John and Donna have, or Leslie and Dustin have, or
they can power a small city with those rigs. So that's for
if
sure.
if we can hook up with you guys and just plug into you, that'd be pretty cool.
So that Lawrence or Natalie or both saying have a great campground to push Mountaintop RV in Montague, New Jersey. I remember you guys did a whole kind of a series upstate New York and New Jersey, so we'd have to go back and take a look at that. And like I said before, New Jersey, there's parts of New Jersey that are it's a beautiful state, and you can get to a lot of different places quickly. So, but don't go to Butterfly MX, whatever you do. That's it. We had two choices I remember so my college roommate lives in Toms River, and so we were planning a visit there. I said we got two choices. We have this campground or the other campground, which was closer to him near Toms River. And he said, "Dude, don't go to that campground because somebody was murdered there a couple of weeks ago." So our choices were sort of limited. They were sort of limited.
Anyway. So Deb. So you do prefer the Tampa RV show? Well, I in talking to who were we talking to? Retired Road Tripping. They mentioned that you really enjoyed the big
tent
big tent
at
Quartzsite, but
Was there
So
shopping? Was there shopping there?
Oh, there's always shopping. What are you
That's-
talking about?
that's
But I guess you prefer the RV show in Tampa so that you can see all the new RVs, because it looks like Quartzsite has all used or mostly used stuff, which we attended one of those used RV show too, and they're kind of weird.
Yes.
Actually.
Well, it was kind of cool. Looks like Jim Michelle planning in Austin, Texas for Thanksgiving. You know, Hill Country is awesome. West, you know, if you go at like Marble Falls, Horseshoe Bay is beautiful. We actually took the smaller rig, because we bought it in Austin, and we took it on a shakedown trip to Bastrop State Park, which is southeast of Austin, and it was great. But here's what's kind of funny. So that, just so you know, this is a 2022. It's not used, but it was a holdover. So we got it at, I think, a really good deal for, you know, for being a new camper with the warranty, but it's a 2022. They had a big hailstorm the year before. We seem to have them every week here in Texas, but they had a big hailstorm, and so they were having a hail sale, much like, you know, car dealerships do. This one really didn't have, there was a small scratch on, it's got acrylic windows, double pane acrylic windows. It's got a small scratch on it, but there really wasn't any hail damage. But the irony was, we took it on our shakedown trip to Bastrop State Park, and that night we had a hailstorm, and it was
awful.
We'll have to. We should have put the video. We should have shown them.
No,
the video.
we didn't.
No, you did. You video. Yeah,
video.
we should have. We should have put that on.
Ken,
there.
yeah, Ken was freaking out, but it was so scary. Anybody who's been in a hailstorm in a house, that's scary enough. But when you're in a hailstorm in an RV, it's awful. And not to mention the fact that, like, just north of us, they had baseball size hail. No, softball size hail, even bigger. We had about nickel size.
Yeah, there was actually, so
Someone's
like a day or two later, and this was the day after the eclipse, because there was a bunch of rain here that next day. And there was a couple that posted on the Lance RV owners, whatever Facebook page that was, same exact model, 1 year earlier than the one we got. And they actually were out in Horseshoe Bay and Marble Falls, and they had almost baseball size hail, and it totaled their rig. And thank goodness they weren't there. They were visiting some friends, but they had gone to a park there. And so, yeah, it's nothing to sneeze at. For
And that
sure.
would have been bad. So, Lost Dutchman in the superstitions in Arizona is super nice. Retired Road Tripping said that, and Debbie, we'll have to check that out.
In Arizona.
Arizona,
Okay,
yeah,
put it on the list.
yeah.
Let's get
We
it on
want to make sure that we stay within a couple of day max drive to Colorado, right?
Yeah, we're trying to stay within, you know, 2-day drive, so to get back there. So like I said, we'll do a lot of hub and spoke, and so we'd like to go to the Tetons. We'd been there many years ago before we actually RV'd, and we understand that it's, you know, it's an awesome place to boondock, and with that particular rig, like I said, we'll be able to do that. It's Mika wants to say hi.
Yeah, David asked about Mika.
She's camera shy. Come on, Mika.
Well,
Can
this
you
is our table, as you can see, and Mika's spot is under the table. Come here. Come
Come
here.
on, they want to say hi.
Come here. Say
Come on,
hi.
come on.
Come
Can you
here.
get her? Can you get her?
Wait.
Yeah,
Come here.
there she is.
Here. Wait. Oh, okay. Anyway,
Okay.
she's good, David. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, she's doing okay. She's struggling a little bit, but
She's old. She's really old.
good. And so, what? Any other questions? Let's see here. We got
Geese
New Jersey, Chase South, more gear-based vendors.
Tampa's where you want to go. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We might, if we don't make it to Quartzsite, we might make it to Tampa again next year, because we might be in the market for another RV.
No, we're not.
No, I'm just kidding.
But Tampa, we've been to Tampa 2 years in a row, and it's awesome. It's a chance, and maybe as YouTubers, maybe it's a little bit different, but it's just a chance to connect with people that you know. I don't even think we looked at many RVs this year. We did one video about, you know, new lines from existing brands, because we couldn't come up with anything more original than that, to be honest. But it's just a great atmosphere. Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Aw, everybody said hi, Mika. Aw,
Hey, Mika.
everybody has pets. I know that's so exciting. Yeah, she is actually shy. She's gonna be 12 this year. I can't even believe that.
Yeah, she's still.
And she's really starting to show her age too. Although I'll give her credit. Today it was probably about mid 80s and about 80% humidity. And we went on a 4 mile walk. And she hung in there. She was dragging by the time we got back, but
Yeah.
she did good.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that. It was, yeah, it was,
It felt like that.
it felt like that. It was pretty hot. And so she made it back, and then the Uber dropped me off. So no, just kidding. All right. Let's see here. What else we got here? I know we're missing some stuff. So
You actually have a few notes to keep you
do
on.
I? Well,
on plan
yeah, but
here.
that's just me. I think we've covered a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I mean, again, Alaska, we would love if anybody else is planning on going in the next couple of years. You know, we have now that our daughter's having this, you know, our grandchild, we need to figure out what's the right time, right? Because we don't want to miss that either. But do you go when she's a toddler, an infant, a toddler, and then you miss all that? So we have to sort of balance that. And maybe the answer is that we don't RV up there and torture ourselves like we were prepared to, but we go do a cruise or something like that. I don't know, but we definitely want to see it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I know that anybody who has grandkids can relate to this, but it's hard to be away from them. But at the same time, I don't want to,
Yeah, you gotta live your life
not
too.
go out and explore. So you have to find a balance.
And I've been to Alaska on business many, many years ago, but it was only Anchorage. But I did get a chance to go to the Chugach Glacier, Chugach Mountains. The Portage Glacier, Chugach Mountains. And it's an amazing place. But I flew into Anchorage and flew out of Anchorage, and it was in November. I think the weirdest part for me being there, and I think MJ can understand this. I don't know if you're a Giants fan or a Jets fan, but I thought the coolest thing. I was there in November. So football season was on. But the coolest thing was I got up in the morning making breakfast and the Giants were on, because normally it's in the afternoon. So fun. All right, we got.
Totally interested. Okay, see, I based on the comments that I'm seeing, I think we can get probably a pretty good group for Alaska next year. So I know, Jenna, you said you guys are 5 years at least before you head up there. I don't know, depending on Katrina and Chris's experience this year, I guess.
Yeah.
If it goes really good, then we're in for 2025.
Blaze the trail, guys. Blaze the trail.
I know it's going to go great, so I'm not even going to say that.
Hey, Ryan and Lauren, what's going on, man? How are you? Just hope you guys are staying cool over there.
Hey, guys. Better late than never.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you jumping on.
That's
here for sure. We're here for a little bit. We'll have to reach out to you guys. We're here for a couple, like 2 more weeks, and we go to Florida. We fly to Florida for a little bit, then we come back, and then we take off.
Yeah, because we're not hot enough here in Texas. We thought we'd go down to Florida and get a little hotter.
Yeah, Pam's got to work on her tan apparently. So, and you don't get that here. You just get the.
Oh, Michelle and Jim, you guys are in also.
Sounds like you're in.
Okay.
If you mention Alaska on this chat, that means you're in. So you're in.
Actually having the conversation a few days ago.
2025.
See, I mean, just in this conversation alone, I mean, we're looking at what, 6 or 8 couples.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan and Lauren, your rig is so big, we can just leave ours here, and you could take like 8 couples. I mean, that'd be like a cruise up there. We should just do that.
Where are we in Texas? We're which I know you missed the beginning of it, but yeah, we actually bought a small rig to go to the Alaska trip that we're now not going to be taking for this year, but we are in Aubrey.
We're in Aubrey, yeah, a place called
probably not too far, the Retreat.
Yeah, it's in the worst traffic in the world is here, even worse than other places.
Teresa and Jerry, hi guys.
Hey guys.
Gosh, I hate this. On and off, on and off, on and off. So, Jenna, you and Michael are going to go to the rally up in Elkhart, I'm assuming.
I think they said they were going.
Yeah, she said we're going to go.
We've done every other year. So we did last year, and then we did 2021. And this will be their first, right? Because you didn't go last year. Because you got the rig last year, but you didn't go. It's a lot of fun. I mean, Alliance does an outstanding job with the rally, so you guys will have.
Yeah, I'm missing that we're not going to go.
Yeah, we're kind of bummed.
Thankfully, we didn't have any. We didn't have any major service that needed to happen this year. Knock on wood. So, again, thinking we were going to be going on a different trip, we'll be there.
Yeah. And actually, what we're going to do with this too.
Getting disc brakes installed.
Who's that?
Great decision, by the way.
Who's that?
Jenna Michael.
Oh yeah, definitely. We probably one of the best decisions we made when we ordered this. We ordered it with disc brakes, and so that was the fact I probably needed to change the pads, but yeah, great decision on that. We will store this for many months while we take the little one for this next journey, and it'll be interesting. Give it some rest. A couple of things we have to do on it to get it ready for that, but yeah, it'll sit for probably 5 or 6 months. And then we'll determine what we're going to do. Like I said, the little rig will be great. We can do different things with it, and if we don't kill each other in it, then we'll do that for state parks and stuff. And like I said, when we do the Alaska trip, I think that's going to be a better rig to serve us, and fun and a little more camping oriented.
Yeah, and I know this is probably a weird thing to say, but if you guys haven't already done so, make sure to give us a thumbs up, because you know how the algorithm is. It helps a lot. But
like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Jerry, we want to upgrade to disc brakes. So yeah, those are a great investment, that's for sure.
Hey Jerry and Teresa, I've got a question for you. A friend of ours reached out just earlier today, and they have a 2018 Montana 3 something or other, and I'll get you the model number. And they just purchased some land, and they're going to put a manufactured home on it instead. They bought the trailer to, I'm not sure they were doing much traveling with it, but they were asking the best place to sell it outside of RV Trader. So I don't know if there's a Montana Facebook page or something like that where people for sale, but if you guys know anything like that, let us know.
When the YouTube money starts rolling in, they'll upgrade.
Yeah. So,
no, it is a great investment if you're out on the road much. Sure.
As I've told people with it, it's, and just my analogy, it's instead of the truck feeling like it's stopping the camper, the rig feels like it's holding the truck back. So especially, we've done a lot of mountain stuff with the West and the Rockies and Montana and Oregon, and it really makes a difference for sure. And it's funny because we had our last time we were here in November, December, we had our wheel bearings repacked thanks to another Alliance owner that was here, Spencer. I don't think Spencer's on here, but he helped me do it. And I said, man, what's the deal? Because a lot of people we've talked to say they won't do it with disc brakes. And he said, it's actually easier to repack your bearings with disc brakes. And we sat there and did, let me rephrase that. He sat there and did it. And I watched him and tried to help him as best I could. And it was simple. 2 bolts, you take the caliper, you take the hydraulic line, you be careful with that, you put it to the side, you repack your bearings, you put those calipers back in, make sure the discs are sit, put those bolts back in, torque it down to the right spec. And it's, from what he said, it's actually so much easier to do repack with discs than with drum brakes. So Top Gun, already a subscriber. YouTube videos are awesome. Thank you. I'll blush.
You guys.
I'll start blush here. Pam said definitely interested in Alaska. A 42-foot redwood. Wow.
Hi,
wow.
Pam. You must have just hopped on. I think that's the first time I've noticed your name up here. Whoa, 42.
And people,
those redwoods are heavy.
And people do it. I mean, I don't know if it was just a shtick, but if you guys follow Happily Ever Hanks, they went up there in their solitude, and apparently they had but one battery, no solar, and do they even have a generator? And now they have a lot of stuff.
I think they did. Yeah, they were pretty basic, but yeah, it's not a matter of can you, it's just a matter of ease.
Yeah.
Do it easier.
Yeah,
but,
that's true. So we're kind of getting up here toward the end, 7:50, a couple minutes. Let's see here. Get disconnected. Didn't hear anything about the holler at us before. Okay. Yeah, Ryan and Lauren, we'll reach out to you guys. I know you guys are local, so we'll reach out to you. We're here till the 7th of May. We go to Florida for 3 weeks. We're flying there, flying back, and then we'll take off in June start heading west, and we have a couple state parks in Texas planned, and then after that, no idea. No idea. We think New Mexico. Some
Yeah.
idea.
I'm not sure New Mexico's going to be that comfortable unless we go up to.
We'll go up to
The
Taos and
mountains
Angel
and-
Fire and
yeah.
up in that area, past Santa Fe, and get it won't be hatch chili season, but I'm sure we can probably find them. All right, we are right at the hour. So again, want to say thank you to Dustin and Leslie for moderating with this. Joel and Tanya were going to be on and help. He arrived at the Alliance Texas rally, I think started today, so he showed up today.
May 1st.
Oh, sorry, it's May 1st, but he showed up today. And if you know Joel and Tanya, his truck is emblazoned with their RV Tech logo. So he got a lot of work, and so they couldn't make it, but and that's good for them. That's good for
We've
them.
been in one hailstorm, totaled our RV
gosh.
and $10,000 to the truck.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness for insurance, right? Ay, ay, ay.
You know, Hail's no fun, but that's, I mean, we kind of dodge a bullet too, because these past couple storms recently, Nebraska and Iowa, and then just south of us, we're getting tornadoes just, south of Dallas recently. So
Yeah. Springtime in Texas is rough. Well, actually, it's been rough for a lot of people
Yeah.
this year. But anyway, thank all of you for joining us. We really appreciate that you guys took the time to spend with us. And I know we missed a lot of comments, and I apologize we weren't able to actually reply to each and every one of them. But again, thank you. And hopefully we'll meet up with you. Like I said before, if you're going to be anywhere in the western part of the United States.
that's a pretty broad thing.
Well,
let's narrow it down. New Mexico, Colorado.
so we're not going to make Montana
Utah.
again.
Probably not going to do Montana.
Yeah.
Oh, we did talk about British Columbia, but then again, that's part of the trying to be close to Colorado. So a couple days drive away. So
Yeah, but let us know if you're going to be out and about, and maybe we can plan something and meet up. And if not, we hope we'll see all of you soon. And be safe out on the road.
yeah, and if you have any questions at all in the meantime, feel free to email us at TheRoadSMITHS2@gmail.com. Comment on the videos, and I do want to say a special thanks. We've been so blessed and fortunate that our channel has grown. I think since we did the live last time, we've added well over 1,500 subscribers. So thank you for watching and consuming our content, and we hope that we live up to your expectations in terms of what we make, and try not to bore you to death, and give you some entertainment and maybe some value along the way. So thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Your help.
You guys be safe, and hope to see you soon.
Good night, everybody.
I think you have to